Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be replacing the voltage regulator on a V-rod. The first thing we're going to do is I want to show you how to do a multimeter test on your battery. So make sure that you pop your seat up, turn your petcock on your air box cover and remove your air box. And put it in a safe place so this way you don't scratch it up. Set the volts to 20, and this is a brand new battery, so it should register over 12 just sitting. But this is a good way to check your battery. And there we go, we got 12.8. Let me get it into the camera for you. There you go, 12.8182. Looks good. So we're going to get that, turn that off, and move on. So I'm almost positive it's the voltage regulator needs to be replaced, but you need to get access to the voltage regulator to test the stator wire. And the easiest way to do that is to start by taking off your front radiator grill. This is a hex key or an Allen key screw that's underneath. It's going to be right under here. You got one screw. So we're just going to take that right off. Alright, now we got this off. There is a spot at the top. It just pops right out. And so the one screw on the bottom comes out and it pops right out the top. You do have to slide it and wiggle it. There's your brake fluid canister. So that just pops right off. It slides right into the two grommets there on the side of the tank. So you just want to slide that right off because we have to take off the screws on the side. That's where this one is right here. So I'll show you where it's at. Kind of already took it off. There's one there. So you just give it a little bit. There's a little lip to grab and it'll come right off. You also have one on the bottom right underneath where the brake canister reservoir is. So make sure to remove that. I'll show it to you more on the other side here. So you got one here on the top. And you got one on the bottom. Kind of making sure the lights are good there. So we'll take this one off. Now you do have the wires on this side. So be very careful with that so you're not damaging any wires. So we'll adjust the light here, see if we get it shot down on what we're looking at. Alright, so now that we have both screws taken out, it's going to feel pretty difficult to pull that off, like it's hooked to something, but it does just pop off. This bottom one and this top one both have rivets on it, so you have to get the plastic around that and it'll just slide right forward. There's no other screws on it. So, and now's the time where I checked the access to the stator wires. It is a 3-stage and there is continuity. So the stator is working fine. Alright, and this is the new voltage regulator. It's all fancy. There is the 3-pin side, which is your stator wire side. The 2-pin side, which is for converted to DC there, to the bike. You'll notice that you might think it'd be difficult plugging the wires back in because the stator has 3 and there should be a number on your stator wire. But the stator wires the plug could go in any direction. It does not matter. But however, the other side that goes to the voltage regulator has that. You'll notice in the video I had that small little lip on it, but it'll slide right in. See, I'll show it to you again here. There's that little plate there, a little groove, so it's kind of like just plugging it right in and going. It'll be on the wire as well. So you just have to navigate it, and having the radiator cover off is much easier because you could slide the wire forward, give yourself some more room, which is definitely necessary because it's a very frustrating job. But you're going to want to push that all the way in and push the cap that's on it that's sticking out over top of that wire. Then putting it back together, super simple. You just put the bolts right in to the top and the bottom. So we'll get this in here really fast. And don't forget the bottom one. Nice little turn, make sure it's good to go. Make sure you put your brake reservoir back into the slits on the side. And be careful with these. They do give a little, but it will just pop in there. So I started at the top here and kind of slid it over. There you go. Pop the top back off and it pops right back in. And snap the top on. Then you want to put the bolt back in the bottom. Go right on the other side and do it. So, kind of move these wires out of the way so you could kind of see the bolt holes there. The bottom one is very hard to get into picture frame, so when I screw it in, you'll be able to see where it is. So we'll put this one in. Nope, just not a good shot. So kind of see it's right in front of there, and it'll be a easy see once you're in a different angle with the wires and out of the way, but you'll definitely see where that bolt goes in. All right, then make sure your wires are out of the way. You're going to pop your side cover back on. It is a little bit to shift it on there. Make sure your wires are not kinked or stuck anywhere. You didn't catch it in any grooves. You don't want to pinch your wires and have an electrical issue after you just fixed the voltage regulator on your bike. So make sure you take the time to do that, and then you just line it up. Then you screw it back in. Now we're going to put the two bolts back in the front of the voltage regulator. They're both hex key bolts, so just line it up, get a good start on it. You may have to push it in just a little bit, kind of catch the thread, and then it'll just go right back in. Shouldn't feel too much resistance, should move around so you know you don't have anything pinched. Then just tighten it all back up, and you are done. Nice and snug. Thanks again for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Get out there and ride, and I will see you on the next video.